In depth tonight, an NBC News investigation. Televangilists rake in hundreds of millions of dollars a year in charitable donations. Well, today, Senator Charles Grassley again asked 4 high-profile ministers to turn over their financial records to the Senate amid allegations that they had misused church funds to enrich themselves. Senior investigative correspondent Lisa Myers looks at one of those ministries, Randy and Paula White, whose church has been described as one of the largest and fastest growing in this country.
Randy and Paula White of the Without Walls International Church in Tampa, Florida.
This is Pastor Randy White.
Through a multimedia empire, they preach the gospel of prosperity.
How many of you want to have money? Let me see
that God wants you to be wealthy. But for that to happen, you must first give money to God.
God will get the finances to you if he can get them through you.
Just pass it all the way down.
God is going to speak to sow a 1-week salary. He's going to speak to sow 1 month salary. Get up and go to the phone and to obey God.
Cindy Fleener was a believer.
We're taught if we don't pay our tithes and give offering and alms that we're robbing God and we're under a curse.
A half-dozen former church employees and insiders now raise questions about how millions of dollars in church offerings have been spent. They also say that the Whites sometimes urge the flock to make checks out to them personally. This spreadsheet obtained by NBC News lists $43,000 in so-called personal offerings to Paula White for one event in 2005. NBC News also saw checks made out to Randy White. This longtime former church insider, who asked to remain anonymous, says the checks were part of a troubling pattern.
It says to me that they were sharing the sheet.
The insider and 5 other former staffers say the Whites sometimes took cash from uncounted donations, misused church funds for personal expenses, even pressured the faithful to take equity out of their homes.
They came up with every kind of idea possible to get money, to make money.
In fact, the church board member says he was surprised when a 2006 audit reported the church had $26 million in debt, even though it brought in $35 million that year. This during a period when the Whites appear to have prospered, with this $2.1 million home in Tampa, a $3.5 million condo in New York City, and salaries reported to exceed $1 million each. There also is this $170,000 Bentley convertible driven by Randy White. The Whites claim they made their money from for-profit business ventures, but Senate investigators want to know more. And Cindy Fleener says she's stopped giving money.
I felt like I was deceived and had been taken advantage of.
The Whites declined to be interviewed by NBC or to answer questions. They've denied wrongdoing, stating, "We take our financial responsibilities to our partners very seriously, and to the best of our knowledge, we comply with all tax laws." The Whites recently agreed to cooperate with the Senate investigation, but have not yet provided any information. The Senate has given them until the end of the month. Lisa Myers, NBC News, Washington.
A quick look now.